Hey guys, welcome back, and for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm Shayla at Virtually Nutritious, and this week's video is going to be in the theme of New Year's resolutions. It is a few weeks into 2017. How are you guys doing on your resolutions? Usually by now you can kind of see if this is actually going to be the year you stick with them or you fall off track. So in the spirit of the new year, we're going to go over tips on making your New Year's resolutions a little bit more feasible for the year so that you can actually achieve them. And just goal setting in general. It seems like a really general topic and that it should be pretty easy. You set a goal and you do it, but there are actually some ways to make it a lot easier on yourself so that you can achieve the things that you want to. So the reason I'm actually making this video is that in my job, I do a lot of goal setting with my patients and clients, and we work together to come up with these goals, and a lot of the time they don't work. And there are many reasons why setting a goal and putting it into action and achieving it don't really work out as planned. So here are some steps to hopefully prevent that, to make yourself a real goal that you can stick with, that will turn out the way you want it to. So the first step in goal setting is setting a goal. So in nutrition counseling and in a lot of other professions, we write SMART goals. And S-M-A-R-T, it's an acronym. Dietitians love acronyms, health professionals love acronyms, so there might be a few in this video, just giving you a fair warning. So SMART goals stand for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound goals. Now, I know that's a lot of letters, but a SMART goal. So you start off with specific. So say you want to lose weight. Great. How many pounds do you want to lose? That would make it a little bit more specific. Measurable. Okay, well, with weight loss, you get on a scale. You can measure that way. You can measure your outcomes, or you can, with weight loss, it could be inches for different measurements on your body, things like that. Attainable. Okay, is this even feasible? It's like saying, oh, I want to lose 30 pounds in 2 weeks. Okay, not attainable, not for Superman. Realistic. Now, this is kind of similar to attainable, but is it realistic for you? Saying something like, I'm going to go to the gym 7 days a week, 90 minutes a day. Does that work with your schedule? Is it realistic for you? And time bound. So you need to have an end point. So I want to lose 10 pounds by June 1st. Let's say that. So that's time bound. So June 1st, you can look back and say, did I achieve this goal? Yes or no? So that's a SMART goal. So setting SMART goals is already a really good way to make goals that are achievable, because sometimes it isn't in the execution of your goal. Sometimes it's just the goal itself is not realistic for you. So my next tip for goal setting is to make them behavior-based goals rather than outcomes-based goals. So instead of making a goal like, I want to lose 30 pounds, make it the behaviors that would influence you to lose weight. So something like, 4 days a week, I'm going to bring my lunch to work and it's going to be a salad. Or I'm going to go to the gym for 90 minutes a day, 4 times a week. Things like that. So they're behaviors. So you get used to having these healthy habits in place rather than just working your butt off and doing some crazy diet to achieve your goal. That might be that weight loss we talked about. But these behaviors will become habits that will influence you to achieve that goal without really focusing so hard on that number. Which brings me to my next point. My third tip in goal setting is make one big overarching umbrella goal and then several benchmark goals in the interim. So let's say you don't like my idea of behavior-based goals and your goal really is to lose 50 pounds in a year, which is doable. I know it sounds like a lot, but it is doable. So instead of looking at that number of 50-pound weight loss as this monstrous goal, and it is kind of intimidating and discouraging. If you have a bad week that didn't result in you losing weight, that's going to be discouraging and you're going to think, I'm never going to lose those 50 pounds. So instead, making several smaller goals, like, okay, at the end of these 2 months, I want to lose 5 pounds. At the end of these two months, I want to lose 8 pounds or something like that. 8 pounds, looking at that, looks so much more feasible than that 50-pound weight loss goal. And when you achieve that 8-pound goal, you'll feel empowered. And being empowered tends to lead us to achieving more of our goals. So definitely setting those small benchmark goals that lead you to that overarching umbrella goal. My next, and probably one of the most important tips after you set your goals for actually achieving your goals, is a sense of accountability. Now, this can come in many different ways, whether it's marking it on a calendar. Like I said, let's use the example of having salad 4 times a week for lunch. So you can mark it out on your calendar. Okay, Monday, yep, I had a salad. Tuesday, oh, I did not. So you put an X on that day. And then Wednesday, yes, I had a salad. You put a check. So that way you're accountable. You're keeping track of it on your calendar, and that calendar is a sense of accountability. Another great thing is to tell people about your goals. Tell your friends. Tell your coworkers if you're close with them. Say, hey, I set a goal that I'm going to bring salad 4 times a week to work. And that way they know. And when you don't bring a salad, if they're a good friend, hopefully they'll call you out on it in a nice way, of course. But they'll just say, hey, remember that goal you set? Because I do. And that's going to give you a sense of accountability. And accountability tends to yield results. I believe in accountability so much that one of the services on my website, virtuallynutritious.com, is the accountability package. And it allows me to check in with my clients over my FitnessPal. So they're logging their food and their exercise in every day. And just knowing that I can look at it anytime I want, my clients stay on track so much better. My next and probably my favorite tip is reward yourself. So let's say that goal of, okay, I'm going to bring salads to work 4 times a week for the next 3 months. Okay, at the end of 3 months, did you bring your salad to work 4 days a week, every week? Yeah? Great, reward yourself. Do something you love. Go get your nails done. Go buy a new outfit. Do something that you really like. But my biggest advice is don't make it food-based. One of my favorite quotes is, do not reward yourself with food, for you are not a dog. So don't make your reward food-based. That's going to put you off track for your real goals. No, do something that you like that would normally be a treat for you. Not too extravagant, of course, but reward yourself. You did something great that's bringing you closer to the person that you want to be. So reward yourself. You deserve it. Another really important part of goal setting, well, after you set your goals and putting them into action, is making sure you have your resources. So if you say you want to go to the gym 4 times a week for 90 minutes a day, do you have a gym membership? Or do you have a gym in your building? If you don't have either of those things, okay, rethink your decision. Is it worth putting the money investment into buying a gym membership? Or can you find a way to work out at home and do workout videos? And if that's what you choose, getting a really good compilation of workout videos that work for you, that work for you, and also push you to sweat and get that good exercise, so that you are fulfilling your goal and that it's not, oh, I can't do that, I don't have a gym membership. Or if you're going to bring food to work, making sure you have the food. Make sure you have to-go containers and a lunchbox with maybe a cooling mechanism in there so that your food stays fresh. So making sure you have the resources to achieve your goals. It's so important, but often overlooked. And my last tip on goal setting and goal achieving is to write down your goals. So studies have actually shown that people who write down their goals accomplish significantly more than the people who don't write down their goals. It's like studying for a test and taking notes in class. Writing it down always helps. So writing it down really ingrains it into your brain, and it's a visible reminder of your goals. If you see it every day, if you put it somewhere where it's visible, whether it's setting an alarm on your phone that has your goal written out, or having it as the background on your phone or your desktop computer. You can make it into a pretty image, but just as long as you're reminded of that goal every time you see it, you're going to have a lot more success. So I hope that you all enjoyed this video today on goal setting and keeping up with those New Year's resolutions. If you do need any help with your New Year's resolutions, if they're health-centered or health-based, weight loss-based, things like that, contact me at virtuallynutritious@gmail.com and we'll work together so you can achieve those goals. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button below to get notified whenever I post a new video. I will see you next Tuesday, and thank you so much for watching.